Hey guys, welcome to Hoop Sessions. The offseason is finally here as Giannis Antetokounmpo, the whole debacle drama is finally over. He's been traded to the Miami Heat as well as Bobby Portis for Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero, who's going to head back home to Milwaukee, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparis Jaconis, 3 first-round picks, including number 13 from this year, which we'll get into in our mock draft, a pick swap, and a second in a blockbuster deal, to say the least. Miami, I feel like, has been the favorite, right? There was rumors about Boston potentially getting a deal in there that would probably include Jaylen Brown, but it looked like Milwaukee really liked the picks and the young assets they got. And what this deal really shows me is I can see why teams said that Milwaukee had unrealistic offers. And Milwaukee got what they wanted. They got 4 good young players and 3 first-round picks and a second. I think that's well worth it, for a star who everybody knew was on the move, who struggled with injuries. But Miami also, I think, took the W in this equation, as well as they've really opened their championship window here in this Giannis era. So, there's not much we can say about it right now because we don't know what this line is going to look like, right? I've seen this is the potential starting lineup for the Miami Heat next year, but is Norman Powell going to take a pay cut to try to win a championship with this team? Because at the end of the day, they're going to need him, and Detroit is currently chasing him and will give him a bigger contract. But is he willing to take a pay cut so he could win a championship here in Miami? I'm seeing a lot of people say yes, because Miami, once again, has no state tax. So there's a lot of beneficial things to playing in Miami beside the winning culture. But at the end of the day, he would make more if he took the deal with Detroit. So we don't exactly know at the moment what the lineup's going to look like, but Miami is obviously an attractive destination for free agents anyway. If they decide to sign Norman Powell this offseason, got to wonder if they're going to hit that second apron, especially with paying Giannis now. But yeah, this deal is going to be really fun. This Miami team, I'm seeing a lot of concerns about the three-point shooting, but I don't think a lot of people are familiar with some of these players in Miami. I don't think people realize that Andrew Wiggins is still a 40% three-point shooter, as well as Davion Mitchell, who was a great three-point shooter last year. He really stepped up in the playing games last year. But once again, we'll see. But just a historic blockbuster move. You got to think of all the free agents who Miami missed out on. I took the list of players who they've missed out on: Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Drew Holiday, Donovan Mitchell, and DeMar DeRozan, who were all rumored to go to Miami, within the past few years. And Dave took a swing and a miss on it. After all that, to finally land your star, your biggest free agent pickup since Jimmy Butler, who before that was LeBron, who before that was Shaq, and all of those free agents at least got them to come out of the East once. So I expect no different from Giannis in this era. Moving on to the other deal that happened, Julius Randle got sent to the Brooklyn Nets in a 3-team deal that sent Nick Claxton to the Chicago Bulls. When this first came out, this came out before the Giannis trade too, and people are like, "Oh, Shams has been teasing a Giannis trade all day, and the biggest name to be moved was Julius Randle," which was kind of funny. But this move was clearly done just to free up some cap space for Minnesota, as right after they extended Ayo Dosunmu. So you also wonder if this move was done to free up some more cap space for something bigger, maybe a Ja Morant or maybe a Bones Highland, or maybe a Kyrie Irving. I'm sorry, but yeah, this move just feels like it's leading to something else. For the Brooklyn Nets, I like the move. You got Julius Randle for basically nothing. Um, in an era where now, especially with the new tanking rules, winning now is more important than ever. The Brooklyn Nets, who were probably looking to tank this year originally, now want to at least win some games and be in contention somehow because there's no incentivize to lose for them now. So Julius Randle joining a core led by Michael Porter Jr. With a team who has a lot of money to spend this offseason in free agency, who may be looking to add a Jalen Duren or a Austin Reeves to this core to compete out in the East. In other news, Trae Young signed a 4-year, $212 million deal in Washington, which many people, and including myself, view as an overpay. Uh, it's just with the in influx and great point guards in the NBA. I don't know if it's smart to commit yourself to Trae Young for 4 years, to all that money. But it could end up working out for them. Who knows? The defensive questions are obviously still there. And Dusty May, who won a championship with Michigan and said he would re-sign with them, has just became the new head coach for the Dallas Mavericks. So I believe, is this what, the second or third head coach signing of the offseason? And I didn't realize until my friend sent me a graphic on just how rare it is for college head coaches to go straight into the NBA. I was watching numbers on the board, and they were talking about like, hey, if you were a college coach, would you really wanna be a coach in the NBA? Just because being a college coach, you obviously have much more power. Um, Dusty May obviously chose the NBA, so very interesting there. But up next, we're gonna get into my mock draft. And we've made it. The NBA draft is tonight at 8 o'clock in the Barclays Center, and we've been waiting for this. I've ran through a couple of mock drafts so far in my personal time, and I flip flopped on a lot of picks as I think this year has potential to be one of the most stacked draft classes that we've ever seen. In this offseason, obviously being so pivotal as it is with these new anti-taking rules and these new lottery rules that are going to be put into place next season. The teams like the Brooklyn Nets and the Sacramento Kings, all these teams, it's a huge offseason for them because it's kind of last year that all of these teams are going to get to tank for a good pick. I'm not the biggest draft guy myself. Usually I like the draft, but I'm not the biggest college guy myself. During the NBA season, I'm so caught up on what's happening with these guys that it's hard to really get into the specifics, and I usually tap in more during the off season. So just keep that in mind throughout this mock. But starting off at pick number 1, I have the Washington Wizards not trading down, but still selecting Darren Peterson here at 1. I just like the fit more in Washington. He's worked out for them 3 different times. AJ didn't want to do his workout. He said that they know his talent, but I think Washington really likes the fit next to Trae Young, and it would be great next to Anthony Davis too. I think Darren Peterson just fits here. He's a better defensive player than AJ, and he's a better shooter than AJ. And despite the injury concerns, I still think Washington likes him enough. I don't think the gap between AJ and Darren is enough for Utah to want to trade up for this pick. So I think they take Darren Peterson number 1. With the number 2 overall pick, I think the Utah Jazz have no brainer here, and they take AJ DeBonsa since he's still on the board. He's going back to Utah after going to BYU, and I believe he was in Utah for high school, but I could be wrong. But AJ DeBonsa stays in Utah. Number 3 overall, the Memphis Grizzlies take Cameron Boozer here, the 6'8" power forward or center out of Duke. I've seen a lot of concerns. I've seen a lot of people say Caleb Wilson could go at 3. I don't see it. I think Cameron Boozer. I think they like his size and his jumper, and I think they're gonna take the versatile center at number 3. With the 4th overall pick, the Chicago Bulls, no brainer here. you just take whoever's left out of the big four, and they're going to take Caleb Wilson out of North Carolina here. Um, I really do like me some Caleb Wilson, but I've seen a lot of like. Did you guys see Draymond Green saying, "Oh, his floor is Kevin Garnett"? Like that's just not true. But I do like Caleb Wilson a lot. I think it's a no-brainer at 4 if he's still available. I don't think they shocked the world at all. Coming at number 5 in a pick that I think will shock the world. I think the Los Angeles Clippers take Braden Burries here at 5. Um, I've seen a lot of Keaton Wagler here. I've seen Darius Acuff here. I think I've seen a little Kingston Flemings, Michael Brown Jr. I've even seen some people say they trade down or select a Daymara here at 5. But I think Braden Burries is who they are ultimately going to go with. From everything I've heard around, watching a bunch of mock drafts and watching a lot of insiders for Los Angeles, they seem to be in love with Braden Burries and what he does. And I could see them trading down, because Braden Burries is not projected to be that high of a pick. But this is a draft where everybody is so close that I think if Los Angeles is really in love with Braden Burries, they're not going to go pass on him or trade down and risk somebody else taking him. I think they're going to take him here at 5. And I think he would be a nice fit next to Darius Garland, as he does work very well as a secondary ball handler. With the 6th overall pick, the Brooklyn Nets have a lot of pressure on him here, probably the most pressure out of anybody in this draft. At number 6, especially with the draft being in the Barclays Center. I got him taking Keaton Wagler here at 6, and I think if you're a Nets fan, you're very happy with getting Keaton Wagler at this value. Once again, he's usually projected to be at 5, but I think the Clippers take Braden Burries, so I think if he's still on the board, it's almost a no-brainer for Brooklyn here. Coming at number 7, I got the Sacramento Kings taking Darius Acuff. I think this is the favorite in a lot of scenarios. Darius, he said his team loves Sacramento. Sacramento has also shown a lot of interest in him. I think all the signs point toward Darius going to Sacramento. With the 8th overall pick, I have Oklahoma City trading up, giving Atlanta a bunch of future first, and well, not a bunch of future first, but a couple, just to get a Daymara here at number 8. They really need a backup big behind Chet Holmgren, and I just think it makes a lot of sense. I think he makes a lot of sense in this system, and this is such a stacked draft class where OKC has the assets to trade up, and I think they will trade up and get a Daymara. With the 9th pick, I got Kingston Flemings going to Dallas. I thought about giving him Michael Brown Jr. here, but I think Kingston Flemings is just a slightly better fit. I think and I've seen a lot of people rumor Yaks now going number 9 with Dusty May as their head coach. I don't think it's going to play much of a factor. I don't think they're going to go reach for Yaks here. I think they take Kingston Flemings here at 9. With the 10th overall pick, I have Milwaukee taking Nate Ament. This is a huge pick for Milwaukee, as this is, the first pick in their new kickstarted rebuild, and they've shown so much interest in Nate Ament. They've basically showed that they're like in love with him as a prospect, and I think they're gonna reach on him for his upside here at 10. And coming at number pick 11, I have the Warriors taking Jackson Lendenborg. I've had the Warriors taking him on every board I've done. The fit just makes a lot of sense for a guy who is a little older and can help them win now. I think Yax is ready to play now and ready to play for a winning organization in Golden State. At pick 12, I have Michael Brown Jr. as probably the biggest fall in this entire draft. Going at number 12, I am a big Michael Brown Jr. guy. I think he has one of the highest ceilings in this draft. I think he is probably one of the best shooters in this entire draft. I just think, there's the injury concerns from last year that's, going to make him fall a little bit in this draft. But I think Atlanta, who traded down to pick 12, would be very happy, as an understatement, to get Michael Brown Jr. here at 12. Pick 13, I got Milwaukee reaching a little bit and taking a guy with a high upside in Cam Carr. I've seen Cam Carr more rumored in the 18 to 20 range, but I don't see them. I don't see Milwaukee drafting like a big or anything here. I think they really want someone who's like who can play a 2-3 guard. I thought about them taking Phylon here at 13, but I think they rather get somebody with more size than Cam Carr. The 14th pick, I got Morez Johnson Jr. going to Charlotte. I think most people have Charlotte taking him here. It just makes a lot of sense, and I think Charlotte is a team that might try to move on from Miles Bridges this offseason, who's been there for a long time, obviously. But I think Morez Johnson is the obvious pick here for Charlotte. And at 15, I got the Chicago Bulls taking Heinz Steinbach. They need a center to replace Vucevic, and obviously the Bulls aren't too much of a winning team right now, so maybe, drafting for fit isn't the best idea for a team who, was as bad as they were last season. But I think you can make an argument that it's about more than fit in the Steinbach pick here. And drafting for fit actually isn't as bad as it used to be anymore just because of these new CBA rules. So continuing here with the second half of my mock draft, I'm going to go through this one a lot quicker just because the more we go down, the less I kind of know about these guys. So I apologize for that. But at number 16, I have the Memphis Grizzlies taking Kareem Lopez. I think they're just going to take the swing. I think, he's a high upside guy, and I think he's, him being available at 16 is kind of a steal. And I think they're not thinking at all about fit here. I think they're going to take best player available in Kareem Lopez. With the 17th pick, I have OKC trading down as they already traded up earlier. I don't think they need another pick. I think they're going to Philadelphia is going to trade up to get Dalen Swain here at 17. I think he's a guy that fits Philadelphia really well with his defensive presence. I'd like to see him in a backcourt next to Tyrese Maxey. I love that fit there. And yeah, I got Dalen Swain here at 17. At pick 18, I think I'm saying his name right. Once again, I didn't watch too much Bama last year, but LeBaron Phylon Jr. here at number 18. I got him slipping just because I think teams, once again, always, pass a little bit on guys who lack size. It's a little bit on why I thought a little bit about having Darius Acuff fall a little bit more, maybe even to pick 9, right? But I think Phylon has too much of an upside to pass on for Charlotte here. And I think they go with a guy with a high upside in Phylon. At pick 19, I got the Toronto Raptors taking Christian Anderson. They were in desperate need of shooting, especially if you watched that Cleveland series last year. I think if they had one more sharpshooter, they could have easily pulled out that series and went on a little run of their own. And I think Christian Anderson will help them a lot in that. He might be the best shooter in this draft class. At pick 20, I've seen this a lot, and I agree with the sentiment that Chris Sinak Jr. will be the pick that San Antonio goes with. Just somebody to back up Wemby for now and maybe for the future. And I think Sinak is great value here at 20. Pick 21, I got the Pistons taking Bennett Sturts. They're in desperate need of a shot creator here, and I think he might just be the best and safest shot creator left on the board. Pick 22, I got OKC reaching for somebody with upside as they don't have much to lose, and I got them taking Koa Pete, somebody who struggled with his jumper last year but showed a lot of upside, and I think he will show a lot of upside in OKC if he lands there. Pick 23, I got Jaden Quaytons going to Atlanta. I think they obviously need a guard and a big this draft, and they already got Michael Brown Jr. earlier, so I got him taking Jaden Quaytons here, best highest rated big left on the board, and I think a pick that I've seen him go a lot higher than 23 is what I'll say. Pick 24, I got the Knicks taking Henry Vassar to kind of replace Mitchell Robinson in case he leaves this offseason. Kind of the same reasoning behind pick 25 and Malik Thomas going to the Lakers. Just in case Austin Reeves isn't there this offseason, I think Malik Thomas is who they would go with. Pick 26, I got the Denver Nuggets taking Ibuka Okori. I think he is a great offensive player and could slide in right off the bench. There's only concerns really about his defense, but we can see about that. Pick 27, I got Boston reaching on Richie Saunders. He was a senior last year, great scorer, and yeah, that's all I really know about him. But I think they just rather just take somebody who come in and shoot the ball. Pick 28, I got the Nets taking Joshua Jefferson. They need a big after losing Nick Claxton, so I got him drafting one here. Pick 29, I got Allen Graves going to Cleveland. I'm a big Allen Graves guy. I think he can be a great big in this league, a great backup big, and I think he's good value at 29. And at pick 30, I got Sergio Delaria. I think I'm saying that right. I just think, I don't know, maybe Dallas wants to take another high upside guy here at 30. And yeah, that is my second half of the mock draft. Just to go back to the top two picks, 'cause I know, having Darren Peterson going one is very controversial. I also have Darren Peterson as my top prospect right now, which can also be just controversial. It's just the thing with AJ DeMonsa. When I look at all his, and once again, I think AJ DeMonsa could end up being better than Darren Peterson. He could be like, AJ DeMonsa is, obviously a great prospect going in the top two, but I just don't like the sentiment that I see 3-level scorer on all his draft, profiles when he hasn't proven to be a 3-level scorer yet, right? He struggled from three. He shot 33% in what I saw as a lot of open looks for him. So not saying he can't become one, but I don't think he is a 3-level scorer yet. I don't think teams I think they respect his jumper, but I don't think, they're scared of him taking threes. They left him open a lot in college. I don't think that'll change a lot his rookie year, and I think he will get a lot of open looks, and I don't think he's a 3-level scorer yet, even though I think his jumper can develop a lot. So yeah, that'll do it for my mock draft. Offseason off to a great start, and I'm sure I'll be wrong about a lot, but we will see.